Hello, Bitcoin 2008. How many dollars? 2024, $100,000 plus. Incredible, right? Welcome everyone. Welcome to this channel. Here in this video, I'll be doing a quick pre-market opening top-down analysis. Yeah, that's what it means. I just said the meaning. Top-down analysis is moving from the higher time frame to the lower time frame for anyone who doesn't know. And this is the futures market. So if you're a forex trader, I'll be doing that also. Not just one pair, I'll be doing two pairs. I'll be analyzing them. Popular pairs, probably it might be even your favorite pair. So just stick along. And here's the Nasdaq. So I want to be sure this is a higher time frame. So right there I segue to the monthly time frame. And just from the name, I told you it's what top down. Okay. So let's do it this way. So okay, top down, we'll expand it. So this is the futures contract, and you can see it's NQH written here. You can see NQH 2025, right? So this is like the last analysis for 2024 and going to 2025. So I want to tell you what I'll be expecting for the market. What am I going to do in 2025? Well, let's see that. Okay, so here's Nasdaq futures. And if this is your first time, you can just subscribe. I'll begin the video right now, and yeah, you can give a thumbs up to the video. So I just make a hidden of all the annotations. Like right now, like this, you just like, okay, what can you see here? I just want to ask a question right now. What did you see? Please feel free, you can comment in this section. This is what I saw, this is what I'm seeing. Okay, so and I'll just toggle it on here, show and show. So this is what I have, just one line, right? Yeah. What is this one line? This one line is so today is just to be sure, you can see here, you can see market close. This market is closed, will open in the next 4 hours. So this is Sunday, and here on my time you can see we have here we'll have 19, this is a PM time, and we'll have it December 29th on Sunday. So this is a proof that it's not like, okay, market's already traded. No, this market hasn't opened yet. So this is what I call what an immediate rebalance. I want to make this very fast, and you understand. So if you'll be like, how do I do technical analysis? How do I on here? You are okay. I don't use indicators. That might fly in the face of somebody. There's no problem if you're profitable using indicators. It's just your own what? It's your own model. It's your own what? It's your own way of trading. My own. I bloom where I'm planted. Okay, the model I use here is just pure price action. All these lines are just to annotate and to illustrate, okay, this is why this level is important. So 29,025, okay, 29,025. Here's a big figure. This is the high of what? October 1st, month October. This is the high. We trade above it, bullish, and we came back and touched it. What does that mean? That immediately becomes a bullish immediate rebalance. So as price touched it here at month October, month December, which is this month, right there, Monday, price touch it right there, it makes it an immediate rebalance. As you saw, it immediately sent price higher. Now I don't want anything like January to open, and once January touches this the second time, if January touches 21,025 the second time, this immediate rebalance immediately becomes a low probability immediate rebalance. It means it might still deliver and go up, but it just lessens the probability. Right now the probability is very high, like a 70% plus, but if January should trade down to this level, it's reduced drastically to below 30% probability. Now the weekly time frame. So feel free to ask your questions if you like. What are you talking about? Okay, and just feel free to do that. So here also I'll ask the same question now. What can you see with your experience? You know why I'm saying what can you see? Because if you don't have indicators, can you navigate to price action? Some of you are like, what? Yeah, you should. That's all you do. Like, that's really it. My dog is really hearing my voice. So if you hear the barking, it's my dog right there. So here we have, this is a BC. Okay, it's a BC. So I'm making it visible for you, so you can like pause the video, tell me what you see. If you don't see anything there, I'll tell you what I'm going to see, and we'll move to other time frames, and quickly I'll end the video going into the forex market for whoever trades forex. So here you see this is inefficiency. Okay, you see, did you notice there was no closure below its consequential encroachment? That's what I said here. This is like a guide for me to know, so I won't just go all on the route and just keep talking and time is gone. No, I won't do that. Okay, and yeah, and if I approach someone like, you said Bitcoin, what does it have to do with it? Well, you'll find out later as we go on, but really that's just to get you focused in here. And I might take a little bit of talk in the middle of the video. I might say some very important things for whoever watches to that level, that's to the length. So the consequent encroachment is the midpoint of an inefficiency. How do I get it? You can see this is a Fibonacci. I just take a Fibonacci retracement from this high, you can see, to this high, to this low. The midpoint, that's what you see here in red, 0.50. So this inefficiency, the separation between this candle high and this candle low is a BC. So the midpoint is 21,000 what? 21,475 big figure. That's the midpoint. That's the consequent encroachment. You get it now? Okay, I think so. You can see that there's no body closing below that. But what does it mean? Like body is not. So what does it mean? Remember, this was the monthly immediate rebalance at 20,025. Okay, now what does it mean if body doesn't close below the midpoint of an inefficiency? That tells you if there is strength in price. If it's a bullish inefficiency, which is a BC, it shows you that there is an underlying strength in price. Remember, this is a weekly time frame. Okay, now what I tell you about immediate rebalance in my previous video, if you've been watching for a long time, immediate rebalance is like, you can hear the name immediate rebalance. If you take a ball and kick it right to a wall, what happens? It stops. Just like you throw a morsel of food, right? It just stops. It even gums on the wall, right? And then that's something that's not a football. It bounces back. It repels. Action and reaction are equal and opposite. Well, that's what scientists resist. But that effect in price is what I'm trying to explain here. When price came in here, let me take this off now. When price, this usually takes more time, but I'll just quickly. Price touches this level. What happened? It fell lower, right? No. You can see that. It just like it's print. It bounced off. So that's just what an immediate rebalance is. So this inefficiency, it didn't close, and that shows you there is strength. So that being said, I'll delete this and I'll go to the daily time frame and tell you this is the level you should look for. This level you can buy and sell. You know, that's what you want to hear, right? You're gonna hear it. So let's go into the daily time frame, and let's do something like this. I know yeah. So we have a daily time frame here. What do you see? Look closely. Look. What do you see? Good. Whether I see it in or not, it's no problem. I'm going to tell you what I see, and if what I see is the same to what you see, wow, we're really good. That's great, and I'm happy for that. And if it's different, it's no problem. You can just glean from my insight. Remember, this is the immediate rebalance. Okay, so this one I'll be making it just invisible from this time frame, so it won't cause too much of confusion, because to be honest, once there are too much of annotations on my time frame, it just becomes so annoying. Right here is the immediate rebalance. We bounce off. You can really see that bounce. Like this is like more. Like this is more of a bounce. Like look, how many candles in here? Look like 1, 2, what? This I'm like, this is November 11th, okay, to December 11th. That's 1 month, 20 days. This is 20 candles in between here. How many candles do you see have this kind of immediate reaction at the base? I'm like, look at this one. It's nothing compared to this one. That is what an immediate rebalance is. It's like boom. That's a superior entry. Like among the PDRAs and what I say entry model we use, that's one of the strongest. Not the There are 3 of them I know though, but it's one of the strongest. That's beyond the scope of this video though. So for the daily time frame, look in here. That's where most of the job will be done. And to be honest, you really don't need all those time. I just need to tell you, okay, this is why I'm doing this and this, because if you just sit there and be like, hey, what the hell is this line? I just showed you what it means. Okay, so on this time frame, I'll be showing you exactly levels and key, expectational buyers going into this coming week. Okay, so what's going on with this chart? Oh, it's back. So this is a CB, the separation between this candle low and this candle high. CB, sell side inefficiency, buy side imbalance. When I said BC, then when I was showing you in on a weekly time frame, and I tell you it didn't close below the midpoint, just rewind the video a few seconds, you will see it. That was a BC, buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. That's BISI. This is a CB, SIBI, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. Now, what's up with this? What does it mean? Now, notice this. I can easily tell you something very quickly, but let's go right inside so you'll be like, okay, this is a daily CB, which is a future bullish inversion fair value gap. Don't be pissed off if this is your first time you're hearing all these terms, okay? I'll explain it and you'll understand the more you stay on this channel. Just a reminder, if you're enjoying what I'm saying, subscribe, okay? Give a thumbs up. Daily CB, future bullish inversion fair value gap. Inversion fair value gap is what is from the name inversion. It's what you call, that's what I want to say before I went to inversion, support on resistance, resistance on support. Do you understand? Now, if you're looking for a support level now, once the retail, let's say the retail sells, this is a resistance zone. I don't use this concept. I just want to explain for somebody who have experience. And if you have zero experience, I'll still try to do it better. This is, let's say this is a resistance. So when it comes here, you'll be selling short, like, okay, this is a resistance level, this is a high. So once it broke high, then they'll say, okay, it will act as what? As a support to send price higher. So now that same what would I say, that kind of same approach, right, is what I'm transposing here as an inefficiency. This CB generally, traditionally, ideally, it should send price lower. Wow, yes, but if it fails to send price lower and get overcome to the upside, it immediately acts as a support to send price higher. It's as simple as that. That's the real term of inversion. Okay, so inversion CB, and I said something. Look at its CE is consequent encroachment. Okay, what do you notice? To get the midpoint of an NF, if you draw a rectangle, you can just go into your style. You can see in your middle line, just toggle it. So you can see this dotted white line. Okay, that's the midpoint of this inefficiency. Did you notice something? Price went in there and closed above the midpoint. Price went in here. Did what? This is the midpoint. Remember? Did it close just below it? It closed above it. How many days? Tuesday and what? Thursday. It came lower to do what? To take out this low. Okay, this is still strong. I still expect what? Buy. So if you say, what's your bias? You've been talking this, I'm bullish for the, well, sorry, that's I put my hand on something and just make that sound, so in case you hear it, sorry, I'm bullish. That's my bias for the index futures. Let me go to the forex market. It will be different. Yes, so that's it. This is it, and it tells you what I am going up. All this one is just a retracement, but what if it falls lower? What do I do? Let me tell you this. Look very closely. This is a Fibonacci. The low of this candle, okay, to the opening price. Extend the right. What? Well, this dog is just, well, sorry for that, but at least you can hear my voice. The midpoint now, let's say just about 29,215, right? You don't want to see once a higher time frame body begins to close here. And when I say higher time frame, it means a daily and 4-hour time frame. If it begins to close below the midpoint of this candlestick, which is 21,215, then you begin to know, okay, I think order flow is changing and we might want to see sell side this low and this low. In as much that has not happened, even if price comes in here and touching here, which is not even, I don't want to expect that, so just deeper replacement. This is enough. But if it does that, you are fine in as much a body has not closed below here, just like it's closed above here. So that's your caveat. So I'll make this to be visible only on the daily time frame. So to the 4-hour time frame. Here's the 4-hour time frame. Okay, pay attention, please. If you've been like doing two things at once, this is the time you want. If you really trade this market and you want to learn and you want to invest, you want to make plans. You have to like, oh well, 2025, I'm gonna do this, that. Well, like if you really want to do something here, you want to make your hands meet, and you've been trading and you really want to understand this. Pay attention. This is what a BC. Remember I told you that a BC is a bullish form of an inefficiency, which is indicates a buy-side imbalance, sell-side inefficiency. That's the full meaning of that acronym BISIBC. I didn't say too much there. Okay, you can just rewind and hear if it's, for anybody, if whatever country you have, like, oh, what did you just say? Okay, so here is an order flow determinant. If you've been on this channel for a while, once I say an order flow determinant, it's something that you want to pay 80% attention to. Order flow determinant this is what tells you if price will go up or down. It is a determinant. Gene determinant. This determinant. Environmental factor determinant. When something is a determinant, it is what determines. This is if it fails, it this. If it passes, is this. So that's how important this level is. So this is a determinant. In what way? It's low. This is low here. The low of this candle that formed the inefficiency. The low is 21,000. When I'm talking about open, high, low, and close, you can see OHLC. Open, high, low, and close. Its low is 21,231.50. That's two ticks. That low should not be getting taken out. It's like nothing should take it out. If it gets taken out, immediately you want to wait. But more importantly than the low, this inefficiency, you don't want to see a body close below its consequent encroachment. This middle line you see is dotted white. I taught you already how to show it on your chart if you don't know. You don't want to see any candle closing below this middle line. You don't want to see that. It can touch it, but you don't want to see it closing. Because if it closes below here, it's indicating weakness. It might overlap it. You don't want to see that. So even before that daily time frame till consequent encroachment. So if you have watched this for now, this is my treat for you, okay? So you're getting this information. Let me just make it visible below so you can see. Remember, this is till consequent encroachment on this daily time frame, so you don't get it mixed up, okay? Now, before we even get to that, this is the consequent encroachment right here. Here. Before we get to this till, once this gets overlapped, you already know, oh, we might not be going bullish. So I've told you so much information now that, okay, this is what I will know. Okay, if we will not be going high anymore, we might be going low. This is what I will look for to see in price. So that's that for that. Did I do that settings well? I want to completely take it off the lower time frame. No, not this. I want to do Thank you. So this inefficiency, but before that, look at this low. This low here, 10 a.m. Monday, 23rd December 2024, 29,000. Look at the price here, 29,000 what? 476.75. That's 3 ticks. That low is like, it's too clean. Look at that, it's sell side liquidity. So I didn't make it visible because once I'm trying to, I don't want all those annotations to be there and just obstructing me and annoying me. No. So this relatively equal lows, like this low and this low, this low and this low, they are almost equal, relatively equal. So the algorithm should want to take that low out and go into this inefficiency, then reach for what? Here is it. There's a routine. Where are we trading to? Okay, wait. 29,101. I don't know. 22,111.25. So 22,111.25. That's one tick. That's what? That's the relatively equal highs buy side liquidity. When I go to a lower time frame, you know what is relative, but you can see it for, if you have more experience, you'll have seen this high is close proximity. It's in close proximity with this high. So they're relatively equal high, just like this low is in close proximity with this low. I hope you're learning something really. If you've not subscribed, you want to do that now. Give a thumbs up. Feel free to comment your thoughts and question. And the best case scenario is what? Look here. This guy here. That buy side liquidity. That's the best case scenario at 22,450. Now, I call this specific level. In a week, probably the end of this week or 2 weeks, or probably going to the end of January 2025. Hopefully we all get in there, Happy New Year in advance. I want to see you all in there. If this high 22,450 gets taken out, and I come in here telling you in a commentary that I told you this high in this video on the 29th of December, Sunday evening, 2024. Somebody like, hell no. This is it. You are a weakness live. I'm telling you here, because I have so much. Check my playlist on this YouTube channel. It's the playlist name is weekly analysis. I think weekly commentary and top down analysis, something like that. It's the only playlist for now on this channel. There are a couple of videos. There are probably 10, 15 about that number there. As at 24 December. So you'll be seeing, like, I've said it, like this. Like, let me tell you something. It's not like to boast. It's something that I have done, and the record is right there. I can't delete those. Like, I can't edit those videos. I've uploaded them already, and I can do something to them again. This I'm doing here has what I call a 90% accuracy. I've been doing this for more than 2 years, so I have a 90% accuracy in determining where price is gonna go. That 10% accuracy is for the human factor in me and for unforeseen circumstances. In other words, for every 10 analysis, if I'm gonna be failing, I might just fail one. Sometimes it's a 10 over 10. Yeah. Back to the to the price in here. Relative equal highs to 1,111.25. Okay, that's it. And this inefficiency, you can just split an inefficiency. That's how you waste strength from the high of this inefficiency. This is the CB to the low. Remember, the low is about here. So the inefficiency will just split it into two. This is the midpoint. You can see body close above the midpoint. That's telling you, hey, look, I close above here. Okay, I'm just imagine me talking to you like price. Hello, bro. I went in here and I closed. I just went down to tricking people. They're gonna, okay, now we've been going higher. Okay, so I think it's reasonable. We should go low now. Yeah, we should go low. So this would be like a support turned into resistance. So we wanna sell low. I'm tricking them. Let me tell you, their stop loss is below this low. This low at 29,476.75. That's why it's a sell side liquidity, and it's close to this low. I should wanna take them out, and I'm going to come here because I've closed above the midpoint of this inefficiency, and they don't know. That's what price is telling you. Okay, this is strength. This is how you waste strength. You don't need too much of indicators. I don't use that. Check the videos. I've told you the playlist. Go and prove me wrong. Don't believe me. Check in here and prove me wrong. This is the last time frame. Hopefully, I don't think I'll be doing the 15 time frame. If I can do it, I will do. But I want to move into the E-mini S&P and then to the forex pairs for whoever is a forex trader has been waiting. When are you gonna do forex? I don't trade this. Sell side liquidity is still the same approach. Remember, this CB is the one on the daily time frame. You want the video? I told you it's a future word bullish inversion fair value gap, and I explain what an inversion means. Let me give you a simple illustration for you who wait to this level. Easiest understanding of inversion. It might look like, but it might not be exactly precise, but it's very easy. Now, if you wear a white shirt, what's the opposite of the white shirt? Oh, black, right? Comment it. Black. Now, black is the opposite of white. Now, inversion of white is black. Take inversion as opposite. Okay? That's what I'm telling you. Take inversion as opposite. So once you see a future resistance. If I tell you it's an inversion, it immediately becomes a support. Even though I'm not a support or resistance trader, I'm using that approach. So once I say inversion, you'll be like, okay, this is like a black, it becomes a white, a black shape, a white shape, whatever. That's just the easiest layman understanding. Opposite, and this is a CB. Traditionally, should send price lower. It becomes a future inversion, meaning it will no more send price lower, but once it gets overlapped, it will leave for a retracement to send price higher. Gotcha. So the same narrative here. There's not much different. This is the base case terminals. Remember I told you 2,450. 15-minute time frame, no more story. Remember this purple line here is the immediate balance on the monthly time frame. That's where I key off on, and you can see that. So that's that for that. E-mini S&P. Quickly to the monthly. So E-mini S&P 500 futures. Now what do you see? Not much of a story. I can see a lot of things here, but I won't spend much time because I said when I watch this, it's almost the same thing as the Nasdaq. Almost. They should move in tandem regularly, more times than not. But just take this as a bullish order block, this down close candle. If you don't know what a bullish order block is, you want to subscribe to this channel. I won't discuss it here. If I go to the channel and I see a need for it, I will talk about it. But each time I teach new things. So if you subscribe, you'll see a new video, you learn something new. If you're really interested in the financial market, but if you're not interested, well, really, why should you be watching? If you really should be interested in improving your finance. You should be. You hate your job, right? And this is an avenue you can make your hands meet if you know how to do this thing. So this is the E-mini S&P once again. We'll have this fair value gap that was overlapped to the downside. If you don't see it, let me show it to you. The difference between this candle is high and this candle is low. But this time around, this is how to draw it, right? No. There's a volume imbalance. There's a gap between this candle close and this candle opening price. Look at in here, top left corner, OHLC, open, high, low, and close. The close here is 60,057.75. What's the open here? 60,069. There's a gap. Immediately you increase your fair value gap to the closing price of the previous candle. You learn something new, right? For some people it's not new, but that's how you use. Once you have this kind of scenario of a gap between this, you incorporate the gap. Okay, this is a gap between this. The opening price here is 2050, closing price here. It's a little bit of gap, but this is okay this way for me. So this fair value gap, I want you to take note of that. You remember it's a weekly time frame. Okay, so it actually gets traded overlap to the downside, and it's traded to in here, acting as what? This, remember, is a bullish fair value gap, like a BC. It should act as what? As a support. It failed and act as a what? As a resistance. But now I want to let you know something very important, that I am bullish. It's important to know that. And the consequent encroachment of this candle still, watch that closely. 21,000, I'm sorry, my E-mini S&P 5,931.25. That is very important. I'll explain what this means when I go to the lower time frame. Body closure should not happen here on a higher time frame basis as a daily and 4-hour time frame. To the daily time frame, I'm getting tired. I want to end this video as fast. I have Forex right here at my back. So this will be very quickly because I've done so much explanation on the Nasdaq futures. So if you are like, okay, you don't really, just transpose the same narrative of the Nasdaq futures to this, okay, and you get what I mean here. So there's a very important level in here I want to show you. So the same narrative you use on the Nasdaq future is what we'll be using here. Okay, do you notice a plus 50% overlapping? That's a more than 50% overlapping of the daily CB. This is a day time frame day. This CB, sell side imbalance. Let me just show it to you here. Here you can see from this candle's low to this candle's high. If you extend that right, you can see that. You can see the midpoint, like I tell you, you go to your styles, middle line, dotted in white line. Can you see the midpoint? Do you see candles went above that? Right here. Okay, do you see that? So if you want to use a Fibonacci, just split it into two. That's just it. I just did it with a rectangle. That's what I said in here. So I've just showed it. I take this away. Do you notice that? That's what I'm asking. Like, do you notice that? Look at it close. That's telling you what? I am strong. That's strength. If it's weak, the midpoint should really keep body closing below it. That's a nugget for you if you watch this far. It should really keep body closing below it. But this failed to do that. It came to take out this low on Friday alone. Remember, Friday took out the low of what? Tuesday. Right there. Now, sell side has been engaged. What's next? Before I came into this time frame, I used the weekly time frame. I told you this is a 50. That tail consequent encroachment. Rewind the video just a little bit. I told you the midpoint of that weekly tail. That midpoint at what? 59,031.25. 5,931.25. Sorry. Do you see anybody closing below it? Like, look in here. Nobody has closed below it. So you don't want to see that happen going into next week. You don't want to see anybody closing below this level, this 5,931.25. You want to see it stay intact. That's why I said remember to explain the 50% Fibonacci level. That's it. For whoever doesn't see it, I'll just show it in there real quick as soon as possible. That level, this is it. Can you see it? This till the midpoint. That's what it is. That's what I just delineated there on the daily time frame. That level is very important. You don't want to see body closing below that on a daily time frame and on a 4-hour time frame. 1 hour can do that. It's permissible, but 4 hour, no. Daily, no. So I've explained this. The same narrative where they draw on liquidity here. I'll go into the 4-hour time frame as to explain more the draw on liquidity. So you can see the draw on liquidity here. But before that, what do you see in here? Let me just toggle this in here. Open it. You can see that 59,600 and what? 5,965. Pardon me for the 59,000. Is E-mini S&P going to 59,000? Who knows? Sell side here. This looks too clean. Not so as clean as Nasdaq, but it might want to drop price to engage this sell side. Okay, it's fine if it doesn't. Nasdaq, I want Nasdaq to do that. Nasdaq looks very low and very heavy to the downside, more than E-mini S&P. So this one want to go up faster. It might not do that, but it really should want to do that. Coupled with this inefficiency, which is what? An order flow what? Determinant. I don't want to tell you. I said on the Nasdaq. You see, they're almost the same thing, right? Very closely related, correlated. Relatively equal highs. This high and this high almost equal. It's just too clean. So that's a draw on liquidity, buy side liquidity right there. You can see it. And the best case terminals is what you're seeing there. I'm just zooming a little bit down. That's it here. You can see best case terminals at what? 6,178.75. that is that for the E-mini S&P. The same thing as Nasdaq. I just explained it for whoever doesn't know how to transpose narrative from a market to another market. Forex, guys, it's your time. We're going into Forex now. So this is just what I'm expecting. So what I'm expecting is something like this. Let me use the Nasdaq to do it. Or should I just do it here on the E-mini S&P? Something like a sell side and displacement, whatever entry you use to buy side. It doesn't need to reach here this week, but it's, if you do that, it's good. But you want to see just, this is just what eventually what you want to see in there. So this is not like a pattern. This is just saying, okay, something similar to this you want to see in price. And for the Nasdaq, which I think should do more of engaging the sell side, very similar scenario should happen on both what the E-mini S&P and then NQ100 futures contract. So let's load it up real quick. So here we're on the Nasdaq futures, the same scenario. We have you can see this is very close to this compared to the E-mini S&P. So this is more probable, more likely. The video is beyond the scope of this video. That's relative strength analysis. How to know which one is more likely to go lower or higher. You want to see something like this, you might want to retrace a little bit. It just don't go straight like a rocket. Here and it might expand, still come down a little bit. That's engaging this buy side. It might retrace a little bit. Then up the best case scenario 22,000 what 49.50. That's for the Nasdaq futures. So as I proceed in this video, you can just take a screenshot of this. I can come in here next week and say, oh, I drew this. Someone say it's a lie, he didn't do it. You can see it here. I do it live. Something occurred to me. This video is long enough, so I'll be making a new video for the Forex. I'll do a few pairs there. So if you've been watching here as a Forex trader, sorry, I'll be making a video right now and I'll be putting the link in this video's description. That video will be just Forex. So this is just futures. Okay, hopefully you find this impactful. You can subscribe if you haven't. Give a video a thumbs up. Comment your questions. Explain what this means. I don't understand this. This I'm concerned about. Please feel free to comment your questions. And if you have a colleague, this guy is trading hand. This will be very important. It will be very helpful for my friend, for my colleague, for my girl, for my boy, for whoever. Show them the video. You don't know, you can help a friend. Let them see, I'm doing it for free. This is what people, oh, you gotta pay me, I gotta tell you no, this is free. I'm just sharing my insight with you all. Okay, share the video to your people and let them know, let them get the information. It might help them a little bit. So be safe. That'll be the end. Forex, if you want to watch Forex, I'll put a video link in this video's description. So the link to the video for Forex will be in this video's description. Thank you.